Welcome to our presentation. This is our second assignment for this course, BIO1202. My group members and I will be giving you some valuable insight on evolution. I will now commence this presentation with our first group member.
Hi, my name is Amanda Constantine, and I will be doing the definition of evolution. Evolution is defined as the change in heritable traits of biological populations over successive generations. These changes result from mutations that produce variations that then give rise to individuals whose biological functions and traits are altered to best adapt their surroundings for survival. The successive generations can span over millions of years and can evolve on divergent functions and their physical traits, and can also evolve into a completely different species. A few points to note about evolution is that it occurs in groups and not individuals. Also, the traits need to be passed down through DNA, and a key factor of it is natural selection.
Okay, good day, miss. My name is Jasmine Allen. I will move on to talk to you about the early evolutionary stages of the major groups that led to modern mammals. So starting off, the evolution of mammals began over 320 to 315 million years ago, during the late Carboniferous period with a group of animals called synapsids. Synapsids were different from reptiles because they had a single opening in the skull behind the eye socket, which allowed strong jaw muscles. So basically, this became one of the first major evolutionary changes that helped mammals develop stronger chewing abilities. Okay, moving on to 315 to 270 million years ago, the earliest synapsids were called pelycosaurs, and they look quite reptile-like, although they were on the mammal line. This is because over time they developed more teeth and improved their feeding habits, showing more steps towards a more complex digestion. Okay, next we have the therapsids, which was 270 to 250 million years ago. Anthrapsids were more advanced than pelycosaurs and showed more mammal-like features. Their legs were positioned more directly under the body instead of sticking out to the sides, making movement more efficient. They also had strong jaws and more complex teeth, suggesting more active lifestyles and higher energy needs. Okay, and finally, on my part, we have the cynodonts, which were 260 to 200 million years ago. Now, cynodonts were more mammal-like and are considered the direct ancestors of mammals, according to scientists. They had different types of teeth for cutting and grinding food, stronger jaw muscles, and a secondary palate that allowed them to eat and breathe at the same time. Scientists also believe that many cynodonts may have had fur and were warm-blooded, and which helped them survive in cooler conditions and stay active for longer periods of time. Okay, I will now pass you on to our next presenter.
Okay, my name is Alana Reed, and I will present an early mammals for the Triassic period. Continuing from the previous stage of mammalian evolution, the first true mammal appeared during the late Triassic period. They were small and inactive, mostly during the night, which helped them to avoid predators. During this stage, mammals developed significant features that improved their survival and adaptation. I'll now hand you to the next colleague.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I'll be presenting on the diversity of mammals. After the extinction of the dinosaurs, mammals had more opportunities to survive and spread into different environments. This led to adaptive radiation, where mammals evolved into many different groups, such as marsupials, monotremes, and placental mammals. Moving on to the next presenter.
Continuing, I want to read here again. Evolutionary history. This diagram shows the evolutionary progression from reptile-like ancestors to modern mammals. This image to the right-hand side displays how mammalian features develop through time.
Today, modern mammals now exist on land, water, and air. They have a diverse range in size and lifestyle, and they continue to adapt to the changes in the environment. Moving on.
Okay, good day everyone. I'll be speaking on modern mammals and the final stages of mammal evolution. So mammal evolution evolved over millions of years from early mammal ancestors. A major turning point in their evolution happened about 66 million years ago, where the dinosaurs went extinct. When the dinosaurs went extinct, after that rapid event, mammals were able to rapidly diversify and spread into different environments, including land, water, and even air. Today, mammals are grouped into three main categories. First, we have the monotremes, which are unique because they lay eggs instead of giving birth to living young. A clear example of this is the platypus. Second, we have the marsupials, which give birth to underdeveloped babies that continue developing in a pouch. So a clear example of this can be the kangaroo. And third, we have the largest group, the placental mammals. So these mammals, where the baby develops inside the mother's womb and is nourished by the placenta. So we have humans, elephants, and whales all fall into this group. So the modern animals share several important characteristics that help them to survive and dominate different environments. These include hair or fur for insulation, warm-blooded bodies, mammary glands that produce the milk, and large, highly developed brains that allow for learning and problem solving. Most mammals also give live, live birth and have specialized teeth depending on their diet. Now moving over to the diagram. Next slide, please. So we take a look at the cladogram. It is basically a branching diagram that shows how different groups of mammals evolved from a common ancestor. The base of the cladogram represents the earliest ancestor, and each branch shows new traits that evolved over time, leading to the different mammal groups we see today. So in summary, modern mammals are highly evolved organisms that diversified after the extinction of the dinosaurs, and their key adaptation have made them successful in almost every environment on Earth. Thank you. I'll hand you over to the next presenter.
Hi, I'm Valencia Jeffrey, and I'll be presenting on technology and evolution. Technology and evolution are closely connected because technology changes how organisms, especially humans, interact with their environment over time. It also refers to how living organisms adapt and change to survive. Next slide, please. How has technology influenced human evolution? Humans are unique because they create culture and technology, which changes how they live. Unlike other species that adapt biologically, humans can also change their environment through inventions, tech, sorry, education, and social systems. Technology changes the environment, affecting survival and natural selection. Technology modifies the environment by improving shelters, food production, communication, and safety. When the environment changes, the conditions that determine survival also changes. Modern medicine increases survival rate and reduces natural selection pressures. So modern medicine allows more individuals to survive diseases and medical conditions that might have been fatal in the past because more people survive and reproduce. Sorry, the strength of natural selection is is reduced compared to, early human history. Cultural and technological practices can create new evolutionary pressures. Human activities such as farming, cooking, and urban living create new environmental conditions. These changes can influence long-term biological adaptations. I'll now pass you on to the next presenter.
I'm Danish Gansham, and I just want to summarize everything my colleagues would have stated throughout the presentation. So, evolution is the gradual change of living organisms over time through adaptation and natural selection. Modern mammals evolved traits like warm-bloodedness, live birth, and specialized teeth, which help them survive in different environments. A cladogram shows how mammals share ancestors and evolved into diverse species. Evolution is also continued in humans, which is influenced by environmental changes and technology, making it an ongoing process linking the past, present, and future of life. This brings us to the end of our presentation. If we move on to the very last slide, it shows our references, which are sources that we use to get our information to put together this slide. I hope you do enjoy our presentation and it proves valuable to your knowledge. Thank you.